Good evening, everyone. My name is Chantal Saint Hilaire. I'm doing a recording presentation for class POS 500. That's with Dr. Moses. The first question is initiatives and referendum in Arizona. A petition to propose amend to an existing constitution. The presentation of the amended form in regulation at the regional, provincial, city, municipal, or barangay levels are all considered initiatives in law. The three types of initiatives are direct, indirect, and attended to set. When someone overlaps another person in the hiring process and provides more advantage than they should in a specific project, it is an example of an initiative. Lastly, it might occur when one rises the expected level of pleasure for the consumer in a corporate situation. On the other hand, a referendum is described as the votes that directly influence a country proposition. New legislation that must be adopted or parliamentary seats that several political leaders contest. Additionally, various ways to categorize a referendum include mandatory, optional, binding, consultative, citizen-initiated, authorities initiated, and initiatives taken versus reactive. Question 2. Creation of initiatives and referendum. Before a creation initiative is approved, it must pass through several stages. A citizen must propose an individual law or amendment to the current constitution and then be eligible for adoption by gathering signature for other citizen as soon as government regulation have obtained the requirement number of signature on the petition. A proposed amendment to the Constitution or new laws must be approved by a majority of the populace to be added to the existing law. If this occurs, the proposal amendment or new law and then enacted. Contrarily, other steps must be taken before a referendum is approved into the legislation. Like how a citizen-led initiative is created, the same process applies if a citizen-led referendum in an initiative rather than one by a legislative body. For a referendum to become legal binding, the citizens must gather sufficient signature as required by the law, and a majority vote is required as well. The next question is similarities and difference between initiatives and a referendum. Initiative and referendum share the needs for voters to engage in their creation as one of their defining features. Additionally, both must have signature to be endorsed by the current law. In both cases, majority votes are the primary determinant of whether new legislation is approved or rejected. Some variations exist between initiatives and referendum, include how they are defined, conducted, and affect the legislation. To start initiatives, petition launch to suggest amendments to a specific current constitution or to create new legislation. In addition, voters directly touched by a nation proposal or new legislation that are about to take effect are referred to as referendums. Additionally, while citizen-led initiatives are simply to create, passing citizen-led referendum is more complex than passing legislative body-led referendums. Lastly, initiatives are utilized to pass new legislation or amend the new existing constitution. Contrarily, referendum result in rejecting a particular proposed amendment to the Constitution or new legislation passed by the legislative bodies. Next question. Advantage and disadvantage of initiatives and referendum initiatives. Citizens benefit from initiatives because they are given the authority to create new laws and alter existing ones in their nation, which may enhance the fundamental value of society. On the other hand, initiatives also have drawbacks in that they are expensive in terms of the money spent and time needed before execution. Next question, referendums. The benefit of referendums to the public. They let the individual object to a particular new legislation or a proposed constitutional amendment to safeguard their rights and enact laws that are in their best interest. Citizens mandated to do so. However, they also have some drawbacks, such as the cost and the time it takes to receive approvals. The final question is how initiatives and referendums support the idea of direct democracy as outlined in the Arizona Constitution. The principle of direct democracy outlined in the Arizona Constitution is supported through initiatives and referendum, which allowed voters to directly affect public policy and create new laws. Through initiatives and referendum, voters can propose new laws and constitutional amendments and ratify or reject the proposal law of legislative bodies. By granting voters direct control over the laws that govern them, initiatives and referendum also aid in ensuring that laws reflect the standards of the populace and serve in the interests of the general populace. As a result, the direct democracy idea of the Arizona Constitution are upheld. Thank you. This is the end of the recording presentation in the initiative and referendum in Arizona. Thank you. Have a good evening.